Greetings, Hoodoo family. How are you doing? I hope everything is well for you and that you're staying strong throughout all of these things that are going on in our world today. You know, there is just so much craziness going on today. I really hope you're taking care of yourself and you're keeping yourself safe. You know, got your spiritual wall of protection up because we all need that right now. But family, we're getting closer and closer to 2026. So it's time to start preparing for what I call winter's crossing, moving from one year to another in the season of winter. Now, those of you who've read my books, you know the spiritual season of winter is really an emotionally cold one. It's interesting because autumn gives us a reality check, but winter slaps you in the face with the cold, hard truth. And when you really look at it, the season of winter is one big crossroad. And you will be making some kind of decision before the season is over. And it will be a concerning decision, a direction that you will have to take in some sort of situation. You're going to have to decide. That's why I call it one big giant crossroad, because that's exactly what it is. So winter season, spiritual winter, is a key season in all of our lives and everything in this entire world. You've got to be able to see and accept the truths that this brutal season brings and be ready to make a decision to move on. That's what it's about. And this is actually hoodoo. Moving with the flow of the universe, understanding these sacred cycles of life and learning how to move with them. That's what I'm really trying to show you in this video and in this spiritual season of winter. Now, family, in the newsletter, I provided you some helpful information for crossing into the new year. So if you haven't seen that, check your spam box, because I've got a couple of works in there that you can do starting now to prepare. But I don't want to leave folks left out here, YouTube channel, who might not have subscribed. So today I want to go over two things that everyone should be doing for the rest of this month. First, always do a spiritual bath on the morning of the new year. Get into the habit of doing this, which means that you need to start preparing now. Don't get the bath salts and the pre-made liquids in the bottles and stuff. Don't do that. 2026 is too serious. Use real roots and herbs for your bath. Because of the significant changes coming in 2026, I recommend that you include two major, super strong roots. In fact, these two is all you need for your spiritual bath. And I'm talking about dandelion, master root of adversity, and chewing John, or what we also call little John, and galengul root, the master of change. These two roots is all you need for a spiritual bath on New Year's morning. And if you don't have them, go ahead and get those ordered. And if you live near them, you can actually go dig them up if they are in your area. I know dandelion is pretty easy to obtain in almost all of our areas, but of course you're going to have to let that root dry a little before you use it. You can find them on Etsy and eBay. And if you live near an Asian grocery store, you can actually get galangal fresh in their produce section. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to place the dandelion and the chewinjan root or the galangal root in a pot of water, and we're going to bring it to a simmer. Now you might need about 2 or 3 pieces of roots from each of these. The key is to bring it to a simmer. Don't boil it or it's going to lose its spirit. Just let it simmer, turn off the heat, cover the pot with the lid, and just let it sit for about 3 to 4 hours to get good and strong. We want it to be a strong decoction. Now on New Year's morning, you can actually make that water early that morning, or maybe you can make it that night and just let it sit overnight. But the thing is, on New Year's morning, you're going to pour that decoction into your bath water, starting at your head and rinsing yourself down with the water all the way down to your feet. Always use downward strokes to wash yourself, because you're washing away 2025 and you're letting the roots give you power for 2026. You need to do this bath, or at least start the bath before sunrise on New Year's morning while it's still dark outside. So as that sun is rising out of the east, let it find you washing yourself with this decoction. Now, when you're done, take some of that used bath water and you're going to cast it to the east and speak, asking God and the ancestors to bless you in 2026, to keep you protected, safe, giving you strength, wisdom, and spirit to overcome any obstacles that come your way in the new year. So family, start preparing for this bath now. Get your dandelion and your galangal roots. Have your new washcloth ready. And if you don't have a tub, get you a large bowl that you can place the water in, and, sit this in your shower and just wash yourself from that water in the bowl. And also don't forget to have something to collect some of that used water with, so that you can cast it to the east. Now that's the first thing. The second thing, save a little piece of that chewinjan, that galangal root. Starting at the new moon, I believe that's on December 20th, every day until New Year's Day, take that little piece of root and chew on it. Once a day, you're going to chew on that little piece of root. And what you're doing is preparing, building up your strength, your spiritual power for victory in the new year. You've heard of using chewinjan to help you in court cases. We're doing the same thing for 2026, except we want victory in several different aspects, not just legal matters. Family, I hope this video will help you, that you will start preparing for 2026, because it will be a very serious year. And listen, don't forget to get your 2026 Hoodoo Almanac, because it has a lot of information that will help you through the year. It's available now. Just use it to get ready for the year as well. It has predictions for Black people as a collective. I've added a lot of resources. There's spells, rituals, and we take a deep dive into some hoodoo subjects. So go and check that out, and be sure to have your 2026 Hoodoo Almanac ready for next year. And if you have friends and family who are open to hoodoo, share that almanac with them. Purchase them a copy as well. And family, if you'd like to learn traditional hoodoo, I do have the Hoodoo Basic Training book that's back in stock. It's a great way to get started in hoodoo with lessons. There's quizzes, There's hands-on assignments, there's step-by-step instructions for rituals and root spells. And then I also have the Soulful Divination book, which teaches you very easy and practical divination methods. There's actually 16 of them that you can learn to do. And these are easy versions because I'm thinking of beginners, people who are starting new in divination. There's some nature divination in there as well, but this book is intended to help you increase your interpretation skills and kind of broaden your experience with different systems. So go check that out. So you can check out all of these books at my website. And don't forget there, to collect all of the Hoodoo Almanacs. I do have a bundle that I will be placing on sale that I'll be selling. That will be available on my eBay shop. So anyway, you can find all of this on my website. The link is in the description. Family, as always, thank you for joining me. Until the next video, I want you to have a productive and positive Hoodoo journey. Thank you.